So let's figure out what 4AC equals. See, I need a calculator in front of me, and I can't activate my calculator from the when I'm in my drawing mode. So negative 14 would be C times 3, so that's negative 42 times 4, so you're 8, and you can do all this on the calculator, negative 168. So that's just positive 168 all over 2 times 3. 361 plus 168 is 924, 529. Okay, this is getting absurd. Let's just... $3x squared plus 19x minus 14. Let's see what happens when we graph that. There's a 0, there's a 0. So let's calculate those zeros. It's looking like negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 7, and positive 1. Well, wasn't that easy? Negative 7 and positive 1. That's why the calculator makes our life so much easier. But our quadratic equation would have given us the same answer. But since on this EOC, this is all multiple choice, I don't need to see work. I just need the correct answer. That's all you'll be graded on. So for this particular assessment, the calculator is a valid method to use. And besides, we just took a unit test all about the quadratic equation. Okay, let's go down to 39, simplifying expressions. Okay, well, if you know how to use your calculator, you know how to do this. We can go 3 squared to the 4th. So it looks like that. That's what the screen looks like. 3 squared to the 4th. Enter. So that's 65, 61. Let's do it again. Oops. So 3 to the 7th. 3 to the 7th. Squared equals that big old number. Oh, I see what they're getting at. Here's what we want to do. For this one, you just need to use your power rule. So power to a power, or power to a power you multiply. So this would be 3 to the 8th. Power to a power you multiply. This would be 3 to the 9th. Power times a power, you keep the base, add the exponent. So the base is 3, so we keep the base, we add the exponent. So that'd be 3 to the 6th. We keep the base, add the exponents. So that'd be 3 to the 6th also. Alright, so that's what we were looking for here, simplifying the expressions. So that was power rule. How will the graph be affected if the coefficient of x squared is increased to 1/4 x? So what they're saying is that we're starting out with the parent function here, y equals x squared. What's the difference between y equals x squared and y equals 1/4 x squared? Well, as if we make this number that's in front of x, see, we started out here with a coefficient of 1x squared in front of it. Well, if we change that to 1/4 x squared, then that makes the parabola wider. And you can verify that answer on your calculator if you'd like to. We can graph it. Let's graph x squared, and let's graph 1/4 x squared, so it looks like that. Or if you want, if you're not able to interpolate between decimals and fractions easily, you can just go 1/4 x squared, like that. That's the same thing. And for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to make this line bolded. Okay, and so let's see what the difference is between the two graphs. There's x squared, and there's 1/4 x squared. So we see that it's wider. At which points does the graph f of x equals x squared minus 2x minus 15 intersect the x-axis? Well, let's take a look. Let's graph that and graph that. So our function is x squared minus 2x, so minus 2x minus 15. Alright, so we want to figure out where it intersects the x-axis. Looks like it intersects the x-axis at x equals -3 and x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -3 and 5. At x equals -3, x equals 5. Alright, 42. Whoa. Write an equation of a function that's congruent to the graph -3x squared minus 2. Well, congruency means proportionate, or it means it's the same shape, but it could be in a different location. So let's see here. So what we could do is let's graph that, and I'll just show you just what here's what I would do. So -3x squared, so -3x squared minus 2, oops, not -2, minus 2. So there's that graph, there's a parabola, okay, like that. Well, we could make a congruent parabola by just changing, by just shifting this up. So that's what I'll do, -3x squared, and I don't know, how about plus 5? So there's our congruent parabola. I just shifted it up 5 units. So let's write our equation. Y equals -3x squared plus 5. So shifted it up 7 units to make the new y-intercept of our parabola plus 5.